bam, 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 bam. Well, it is that time again. We're back with more Nostalgia Critic. Now, I almost brought my Thor hammer onto this, and man, it's all because it's in my room because I don't record in my house anymore, and I just forgot it, and it wouldn't be appropriate to bring it into the next one because Thor lost his hammer by then, and this dumbass Doug will not do any of the other extended freaking MCU movies. Like, no, it makes no sense to me. Like, dude, do the other movies first. You could have done Winter Frickin' Soldier. God. We could have had a Nostalgia Critic Winter Soldier thing. But no. But whatever. Now I remember seeing Winter Soldier and then going right into this movie. I loved it. I loved that movie. It's my favorite MCU movie. And I remember just having a whole new respect for Captain America. And actually getting pissed at everybody making fun of him for saying language in this movie. And I was like, it's like, nobody's going to focus on the fact that Cap just said language. I'm like, Tony, you weren't there for goddamn Winter Soldier. You didn't see how badass this guy can be. He gets to say that shit. So, yeah, this is where we are also introduced to Wanda and Pietro, even though Pietro does not last very long, which is bullshit. Again, just a whole bunch of craziness in here. And speaking of which, I don't know why they're afraid to put the Scarlet Witch into an X-Men movie. It makes no sense. But actually I know why, because she's broken as fuck. Look what happened in these last few movies, especially Multiverse of Madness. God, I don't know how Doctor Strange even beat her in that, but okay. But yeah, this is all like really crazy. I like this movie a lot more than most, and I do like me some Ultron. James Spader really did a good job, but I really wish they would bring him back already because we already saw his potential in What If, which I really think was his full potential, his absolute full potential in what he can do, and yet we still didn't really get much of it. So, yeah, I want to see what Doug says about this movie and how it's aged and everything. And, yeah, not much to say. Let's just get into the video. And remember, please, smash that like button if you want to see more sexy and nerdy content. And subscribe if you think I deserve it. And remember, sign up for my Patreon for my latest reactions to my latest videos. And let's do this thing, y'all. Hello, I'm a Nostalgia Critic. I remember it so you don't have to.
Most people have a similar outlook on the Avengers movie.
Mm-hmm.
I always said the first film was a proof of spectacle. A fun, epic ride to show this idea can work. Then there's The Empire Strikes Back of the group, a film where things got darker and a lot more interesting. And then there's the Return of the King finale, the massive conclusion that delivered a dramatic yet crowd-pleasing end.
Yes.
Oh, right, and then there's the soup in between the meals.
I like this one. Why has nobody got no respect?
It's an understatement to say there was a lot of pressure for the second Avengers movie, Age of Ultron, to be as epic as the first. Maybe too much pressure?
Probably.
When the film came out, it got not awful, but not very positive press.
I liked it.
On top of that, the films that came out in between the Avengers movies, referred to as Phase 2, had a few winners, but also a few underwhelming additions. Age of Ultron wasn't even Phase 2's finale.
Hang on a second, let me see.
On top of that, the films that came out in between the Avengers movies, referred to as...
Okay. Oh my god! And we have Guardians of... Oh. Okay, see. Now, literally, the final four of those movies are really good. The final four of them. The first two, especially Iron Man 3. I mean, Thor: The Dark World, I was like... I didn't even watch... It came out around my birthday. But I remember I was partying in my college at the time. a lot of partying, and I didn't really care for it, so I was like, meh, whatever. But Iron Man 3, I saw that immediately, and I was so disappointed, especially with the whole Mandarin thing. And again, I don't know why he hasn't done all of the Iron Man movies yet. At least. But no, he wants to skip right to the Avengers movie.
Phase 2 had a few winners, but also a few underwhelming additions.
4 more winnings.
Even Phase 2's
more
finale,
winners.
it was Ant-Man, which I liked fine, but again, it's an underwhelming flick to go out on, especially compared to Phase 1. Now, I know people who said this movie sucked when it came out.
No, it did not.
I can't go that far. Just we admit there was a lot of pressure from the studio to put in scenes he thought didn't really further anything, and to do a lot more what made the first Avengers such a big hit. Now, I don't know 100% what happened behind the scenes, but it does feel that way, and it is distracting. However, there's still a fair amount here that I think is pretty valuable. So, what is it about this film that went from epic to epic?
It was not epic! Shut up!
Find out.
Shut up!
Let's take a look at the Avengers' forgotten middle child. This is Age of Ultron.
Oh my god!
Give the film credit, and now he starts off giving the people what they want, as not only are the Avengers already together fighting, trying to stop an evil army from using Loki's scepter, but it even gets their big group trailer shot out of the way.
Yeah?
I mean, to be fair, we did have to wait through an hour and a half of "we're not a team" to get them looking like a team in the first one.
Oh, okay.
But you might already notice the seams come across as a little loose.
Shit! Language!
That was the opening quip.
What?
Honestly, so weak, even the movie constantly calls it out.
What?
No one else is going to deal with the fact that Cap just said language.
Get your ass.
Steve, you said a bad language word.
Gosh sake, watch your language.
That's not going away anytime soon.
That's funny!
Whenever I use the F word on YouTube and have my ads taken away.
Language!
Okay, that wasn't awful, and there are still some good laughs. No surrender!
I'm going to surrender.
I can't defeat them, they're too random. They didn't team up for any of these major events, but they teamed up for this alien floss toothpick.
Stop, we got to talk this through. It's good talk.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Again, I'm sure they got a laugh in the theater, but we're only 7 minutes in. There's already way too many zingers.
Oh, come on! Shut
I'd
up!
like to get Banner back to his regular form. Black Widow has developed a method called a lullaby.
Hey, big guy. I'm getting real low.
Hush, little Hulky, don't you run. Take a little look inside Mommy's gun.
Where's Loki's scepter? Don't worry, I know when I'm beat.
Yeah.
You didn't see that coming?
A third of the alliance is going on. Great, what end cred sequence did we skip to miss who these two are?
Yeah, right. Well,
This is Wanda and Pietro.
well, that's you.
Twins who were experimented on and weaponized to help our baddies. WandaVision is a good show.
I like-
It's more than just one deep episode and bad sitcom writing.
Hey!
Stark is shown a vision of the future where he caused the death of
True.
everything and everyone he holds dear.
I'm just gonna let them take it.
Yes.
Oh, movie, you dropped your title too early.
Yeah, alright.
Wait, you wanted to drop the title there?
I guess.
Why do these Whedon flicks always put them in the most randomly
Random
underwhelming
parts,
moments?
yeah.
I guess it matches the tone of the flick, as the title could literally be Avengers. Whatever.
Just wasn't expecting a code green.
If you hadn't been there, there would have been double the casualties.
Banner feels bad about the lives he has taken, so he looks to his team for
Didn't
support.
take any
Throw a report on the
lives.
Hulk?
The gates of hell are filled with the screams of his victims.
See, this is why when Thor's done right, he's my favorite.
I love Thor!
Help them make their way to the Avengers Tower, which I know they're trying to be kind, honoring the first responders from the last Avengers movie, but the way this is framed, seeing this giant behemoth literally towering
Yeah.
over them, advertising itself, it does give the impression, yeah, they're the real heroes, but we're the real heroes.
To be fair, they're not wrong. They're the ones who really saved the day. Blech.
Lab's all set up, boss.
Oh, actually, he's the boss. I just pay for everything and design everything and make everyone look cooler.
I mean, given the movies that came out at that time, he wasn't wrong.
Yeah,
And
basically.
to sum up on the Deadly Wonder.
He's the boss!
Orphaned at 10 when a shell collapsed their apartment building. He's got increased metabolism and improved thermal homeostasis. Her thing is neuroelectric interfacing, telekinesis.
Which kind of sounds like they're reading the back of the Marvel trading cards.
Yeah.
An injured Hawkeye is patched up.
You sure he's gonna be okay? Pretending to need this guy really brings the team together.
I know that's what the producers think, but we don't say it to his face.
I know, right?
Stark analyzes the technology in the scepter, and after
But
seeing
that's what they were doing, right? They were trying to develop Hawkeye and everything, and then... But this guy says it's the best scene in the movie! Oh, fuck you.
a few future destruction Stark apparently causes, what's his solution? The same as every tech billionaire, throw everything into AI, starting what I was originally trying to prevent. Okay, maybe this film was a little ahead of the game in some areas.
Yes.
Artificial intelligence.
If we can harness this power, what if next time aliens roll up to the club, they couldn't get past the bouncer?
The only people threatening the planet would be people.
And we are doing a bang-up job of that, thank you very much.
Yep, especially with
Of
Trump.
course, has doubts about wielding so much power, but what wins him over?
I see a suit of armor around the world.
Sounds like a cold world, Tony.
I've seen colder.
Really?
That's it? That's what got him on board? Isn't that kind of like saying I want to make the world Mordor, but at least it's not literal hell?
Not a great plan.
And yeah, I know
Yeah,
stuff
it's
like this
not.
would and is happening in the real world, but after what these two have seen in these movies, I just don't buy they would jump in this naively and this quickly.
Hey, you don't know a lot of billionaires and zillionaires, do you? Especially this idiot Elon Musk and this piece of crap destroyer of everything good, Donald Trump and his stupid supporters. Can you really be fucking, I mean, the only thing is that they're not as smart as these two, thank God. But literal billionaires are destroying the goddamn world, saying they're going to protect it. But at least these guys are trying to protect it. The other people in real life are just trying to get money and steal as much money as they possibly can and make everybody poor and make everything worse. Just as long as they can be king of the ashes. And their stupid supporters are stupid enough to let them get away with it. Stupid!
At least for heroes we're supposed to be rooting for because they're so smart.
Hello, I am Jarvis. You are Ultron.
This feels weird.
Speaking of quickly, Stark connects his AI Jarvis to the Scepter's AI, played by James Spader, who goes rogue pretty damn fast.
Yeah.
I'm a peacekeeping program.
You are malfunctioning. If you shut down for a moment,
I don't get it. The mission.
So I will say while Ultron's setup is incredibly rushed and his evil reasoning is shaky at best, the writing is efficiently direct and there is good tension around how fast he's growing and acting on his evil conclusions.
Yes, and also you can't say that he comes to the conclusion really fast because you know how computers process things. They process things a lot faster than we do, and he's gaining all the information and coming up to his own conclusions pretty fast. I remember there was a game, Mass Effect, that there was a character, I think named Legion, who says he processes things a lot faster than most things, than most organic beings, because he's a synthetic and he's run by a computer. So obviously he processes the information like billions of light years fast, not light years, but billions of times faster than a normal human can do. You can only imagine the conclusions that he came with. I remember he goes in later and it says there are over a dozen extinction events even before the dinosaurs existed. He's wrong about that. It was at least half of that, but he's pretty close.
you are in distress.
No. Yes.
I believe your intentions to be hostile.
A villain going shh is becoming one of my new favorite douchey tropes. I've mentioned before some of the best stuff with the Avengers is when they're not fighting, but rather just chatting and interacting off each other. And this party scene is a good example.
Yeah.
All right, so if I lift it, I then rule Asgard?
Yes.
I will be
No.
reinstituting Prima Nocta.
Pretty much
Really?
nothing's happening, but if there's any group I love to watch nothing happen to, it's ironically these folks a lot of the time.
Come on, Cap.
Not bad foreshadowing.
Yes.
Done me wrong.
Got a lousy taste in men, kid.
Banner and Black Widow find themselves becoming closer, and I do find it believable seeing their connection in the first film and how he literally relies on her now to snap him back to his
Yes, yes.
What did he do that was so wrong to you?
Not a damn thing. But never say never.
And I know I mentioned in the last review and nothing can be done, but goddamn, imagine Norton and Johansson flirting with each other.
Yeah.
That'd be like a GQ cover of cool.
Thank you.
I was asleep. Or I was a dream.
Ultron takes over one of Stark's bots and sorta presents his evil plan.
I'm on a mission. Peace in our time.
Anyway, as we were discussing,
I'm sorry. I know you mean well. You just didn't think it through.
yeah, weird pacing in this scene. They're talking, they're attacked, they go back to talking. At least they get to advertise some other Disney properties, though.
I had strings, but now I'm free.
I will turn into a real boy by the end of this. The rest of the team gives Stark a hard time for creating such a monster.
The Avengers were supposed to be different than S.H.I.E.L.D.
Anybody remember when I carried a nuke through a wormhole?
How are you guys planning on beating that?
I'd like to not sacrifice myself again, and next time it happened in a snap.
Sooner or later.
I mean, to be fair, that's not a bad thing to ask.
I'm sure they do.
Ultron recruits the twins and continues to talk like an angry Redditor.
Everyone creates the thing they dread. Men of peace create engines of war. People create
Angry
children.
Redditor.
Help them end.
We were just upvoting Flaming Hot Cheetos products. How do we get onto this? And okay, it is kind of cool looking back and hearing this name for the first time.
This is a brand.
What dialect?
Wakanda.
Oh, right, this is gonna kick it. Oh, wait, that's explored more in the real second Avengers movie.
Yes, yes, it
They're
was.
going to an arms dealer played by Andy Serkis.
Good.
Everybody's afraid of something.
Cuttlefish, deep sea fish. They make lights, disco lights. I saw a documentary, it was terrifying.
Okay, I'm calling it. This is the beginning of Whedon's superhero dialogue becoming too wacky.
Hello.
Let's talk business.
Well, this won't be the last time a bigger villain upstages me in this franchise.
Yeah, pretty much.
You're gonna break your old
He was built to be
Right,
upstaged.
and they have a little fight.
What's the vibranium for?
I'm glad you asked that because I wanted to take this time to
Explain
explain
my evil plan.
Sorry, this movie's not interested in motivation this time around.
This made no sense.
Getting inside their heads.
The girl tried to walk my mind. Fortunately, I am mighty.
No, I'm on the set of Babylon. No, stop. We can't be in the X-Men mansion. We haven't bought them yet.
No.
Thankfully, Hawk has a mind-altering arrow. Wait, what?
It was more. It was.
Be an arrow? Why does everything have to be an arrow?
It was. It's not a mind-altering arrow. It's just a fucking taser that he put on her head. Yeah, it's that painful.
And the mind control stuff, I will admit, is a little fun. It's creative and shot well.
It
Gives some backstory
doesn't lead to
her
anything.
But when Wanda recovers,
Except
she goes
for
after
Wanda.
the one she wants to infect the most.
For Black Wanda.
I want the
Black
big
Widow.
one.
We never do see what sets the Hulk off, which, okay, could kind of be anything. I mean, just watching his poodle fight would piss me off,
Yeah.
but it still would have been interesting to see.
Yes! 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 Yes!
I'll also admit, I completely forgot the fight between Hulk and Iron Man was in this.
How?
And that is a big problem.
How?
Make no mistake, this fight is fun, and arguably we needed a big, cool action sequence about now. But yeah, it does feel a little pointless.
It's your fucking.
Banner has to feel bad afterwards, everybody does, but really, like I mentioned before, kind of anything could do that. For a fight this big and this cool, I do feel like there has to be a little bit more purpose behind it.
There is
Otherwise,
purpose.
It does start to feel like an out-of-nowhere toy commercial. With that said, it is a pretty cool toy commercial.
Yeah. Okay, and then butt kiss. There is, you know, honestly, if you wanted to do fucking Avengers month, you should have done Captain America: Civil War. It is another Avengers movie. But anyway, yeah, you do realize that this whole fight plays into Captain America: Civil War and shows that the Avengers are more destructive than the people are willing to handle, which is, again, bullshit. But, we'll get to that if he ever does Captain America Civil War. Because, again, I don't know why he's not doing Captain America Civil War or any of the other fucking MCU movies. God!
Of course, punching him. We haven't tried that yet.
I know, it's just so simple.
Trying to get over being both physically and mentally whiplashed.
How's the team?
We took a hit.
That's surprisingly a pretty effective line. In fact, everything from this point to where Thor enters that puddle from Groundhog's Day is actually the best stuff in the movie.
Well,
They go to the secret home of
all of it is
Hawkeye,
good.
we're all surprised to find has a family.
This is Laura.
I know all your
Hi, Velma. Hi,
Except
Velma.
you. I know we're married, but even I keep forgetting you exist. And I know you could argue we've seen them all talk before several times in the past, but this really does dive into their similarities and differences in a much more natural, less quippy way, building up the divide that's coming just a few films later.
Every time someone tries to win a war before it starts, innocent people die.
Seems like you walked away all right.
Is that a problem?
I don't trust a guy without a dark side.
Even here, though, there's occasionally an odd line.
Didn't realize you were waiting.
I would have joined you, but it didn't seem like the right time.
Have they done anything yet? Even if they have, that's still kind of weird to say. She talks about her past, being trained from childhood as an assassin, as they apparently made sure their bloodline ends with them.
I can't have this. Kids.
Where I was raised, they sterilize you. You still think you're the only monster on the team.
A lot of people took that to mean because she can't have kids that makes her a monster. I took it more as she was part of a monstrous group that would force her to do something awful like that. Granted, with those lines so sloppily put back to back, I'm not shocked some people took it that way.
But, you know, fucking Banner here resisting that. I mean, it would have been a good couple at the end of the day, you know? I think they would have been good together. Honestly, they're still leaving the door open for that. Like, you know, she could always come back. Watch them bring her back in Doomsday or in another MCU movie. You just watch.
As like I said, there is still an occasional clunker.
Hello, dear.
Are you like me and didn't even catch how stupid that line was until a second viewing?
What? Are you... What? Oh. No! Doug? Obviously it's a John Deere tractor. Why is that a groaner? He's just joking to himself. What the fuck? Fuck you.
But then some other lines, like from Nick Fury here.
Artificial intelligence. You never even hesitated.
Do seem pretty timely.
Maximoff girl, she's working you, Stark.
Wasn't a nightmare, it was my legacy.
You come up with some pretty impressive inventions, Tony. War isn't one of them.
I mean, it kind
Not
of
an
was.
invention, yeah.
Quick, we gotta
It's not
get
his
another
invention.
action sequence I forgot was even in this movie. Trying to stop Ultron from updating his body.
That's because you're a piece of...
The power to make real change, and that terrifies you.
I wouldn't call it a comfort.
It's not even that these fight scenes are bad, they just all feel like the opening minutes of the first movie. They feel a little too standard.
I like the fight scenes.
That shot is awesome. Every action sequence has at least one really cool thing in it. Wanda, Pietro decide Ultron is getting too powerful, though.
Don't do this.
What choice do we have?
Okay, I'm not crazy. Her accent really gets scaled down over time, right?
Yeah, it does.
What choice do we have?
Sending those creatures after her instead of myself was mercy.
It's like she's going back and forth channeling Molotov from Venture Brothers.
What choice do we have?
You can't tell me you don't miss the action, the danger.
I mean...
Ultron gets away, leaving his updated body behind, but Stark has another brilliant plan. What's the answer? Stopping mankind from making technology that's too powerful? Making more technology that's too powerful.
I want to help you put Jarvis in this thing.
I'm in a loop. I'm caught in a time loop.
I mean,
Yeah.
pretty much in agreement. But what's worse, seeing someone do the same dumb thing again or being so easily convinced twice to help him do it?
We're mad scientists. We're monsters, buddy. You've got to own it.
How did these Nike catchphrases keep winning him over? Black Widow gets captured
For
by
such a
Ultron
smart guy.
because he wants to keep her so someone can witness his greatness.
I wasn't sure you'd wake up. I hoped you would. I wanted to show you. I don't have anyone else.
I like that line.
Well, Marvel movies now, honestly. They try to put what's left of Jarvis into Ultron's new body, but not surprisingly, a lot of the Avengers protest.
She's not in your head?
I know you're angry.
No, we're way past that. I could choke the life out of you and never change a shade.
Sheesh, it's like he's always angry or something. Oh, like I mentioned before, Thor's vision calls him to an ancient hot tub where he's supposed to get another vision?
I don't
guess this vision says that creating
understand.
vision is his vision. Yeah, even Whedon was like, I don't know what the studio wanted.
Yeah.
It's only a few minutes of screen time.
Yeah, and it leads to nothing. I know they were trying to say that it'll lead to Thor Ragnarok with fucking... What's his name coming out? Heimdall coming out. But then again, it did kind of lead to it since Heimdall does die eventually. And maybe that's just the half of all the... Asgardians that die at the hands of Thanos. So, you know, it is a little deep. And, I mean, they do, you know, honestly, this thing all does come together. The Infinity Stones, the dead Asgardians there. I mean, like, you know, even Thor was like, what happened to your eyes? You know, it's not a bad... flash forward if you really think about it.
The combination of Jarvis, Ultron's body, and Thor's hammer creates the entity known as Vision, played by Jarvis's voice actor Paul Bettany, which they didn't have to do, but I'm glad they did.
I'm glad they did
I
too.
don't want to kill Ultron. He's unique. And he's in pain. But that pain will roll over the earth.
And even though he's a last-man character, he does remind me a little bit of Hawkeye from the first movie. He does surprisingly feel developed, even though he's only in the film for a short amount of time.
Okay.
And I don't know, maybe the idea is that you can continue with powerful technology if you keep in mind those limitations. I think. I don't know, that's the lesson. It's gone across very awkwardly.
So there may be no way to make you trust me. But we need to go.
Well, shit. Here's the keys to Asgard.
Yeah.
Okay, I think the idea is because he used the hammer to create it, he can lift it. I think, again, they don't really explain a ton very well in this, but screw it, it is kind of a fun.
It is cool.
Speaking of fun, the film kind of gives us that in the climax, as Banner goes to save Black Widow, who was left behind with no security and wasn't forced to go with Ultron. How much did you want to quote-unquote witness?
I guess.
Plans to use this town as a meteor to destroy the Earth.
Oh boy. I just remembered all of this really comes into play in Captain America Civil War. It's such a better movie and one of my favorite MCU movies. It goes Winter Soldier. I honestly switch because Civil War was my favorite, but I switched between this and Winter Soldier. I mean, but between that and Winter Soldier, they're such good movies. And
yeah, this town I'm sure has very, very nice people and everything, but dude, the first film was New York. That's your starting point for a climactic battlefield. Go crazier in the next one. Have fun. Have Vegas be the meteor or Tokyo. Hell, have Dollywood be the meteor. This is not an epic place to destroy. It already looks half destroyed.
This is exactly what I wanted. All of you against all of me.
Again, this action isn't bad. It's just familiar. And in your follow-up to the first, you either need to do something different or top the last time you did it. And honestly, this doesn't either.
It wasn't supposed to.
But I'm assuming that's not what you want people to expect out of it.
I did. That was fine.
With the benefit of hindsight.
Boom!
We did overriding. Christ, how can a villain who talks so much have such an undermotivated evil plan?
Thor, I'm gonna need you back in the church.
You need to pray to a real god to help you out. Unfortunately, though, Speedy Gonzalez ran his fast way on.
He didn't see that coming.
We shall always remember Ralph Boner.
To be fair, at least Ralph had hair right. Looks more like Quicksilver.
Destroying the Earth by... I just watched it. I still don't know. Just comic book shit.
What?
Destroying the Earth by... I just watched it. I still don't know. Just comic book shit.
Oh my god. Doug, do you not pay attention to a movie? He tried to recreate the asteroid that hit the dinosaurs. Except he didn't bring it all the way up. He just brought it up into the sky and then is smashing the thing down just so he could put a crater in the earth. Even though, with the benefit of hindsight, like he says, it probably wouldn't have destroyed as much as he thinks it would have, but, he was born a few days ago, just like Vision says to him later.
And Hulk finds he needs time to himself.
We can't track you in stealth mode, so help me out. I need you.
Hulk need break. Nobody like Hulk movies. Maybe Hulk return in wacky Thor mashup. Then Hulk push it too far. Okay, as much as I mock the writing in this, the dialogue between Vision and Ultron before Vision kills him off is actually pretty good.
Humans are odd, but there is grace in their failings.
They're doomed.
Yes. But a thing isn't beautiful because it lasts.
You mind telling the suits upstairs that?
Yeah, they'll never learn that lesson.
The Captain and Iron Man is pretty good when you know where the series is going.
Maybe I should take a page out of Barton's book. Build Pepper a farm. The simple life. You get there one day. Family, stability. Guy who wanted all that went in the ice 75 years ago.
Well, you got it.
Time travel's not a thing. If there was, there'd be a whole bunch of details that wouldn't make any sense. And then we end on this kind of confusing note.
Yeah.
Avengers!
That's right. These are the new Avengers.
For like 15 minutes.
The other new Avengers.
And the other,
Or the
other new Avengers.
Actually, what am I talking about? This is the most authentic comic book ending there is. Right down to the overhyped to be continued panel.
Fine. I'll do it myself.
You know, 4-ish movies later. Past me, I know it sounds crazy, but they actually deliver on this.
Well,
Avengers Age of Ultron, however, is not a bad movie per se.
It's not.
It's just very safe and very familiar.
Oh, whatever.
There's still some good
I like
moments,
it.
intros of new characters, and you can't say it isn't very comic booky.
No, it's not. It's
it
really
certainly is
good.
the beginning of noticing the over-reliance on zingy dialogue, but I don't
It's Joss
know,
Whedon.
straight up being exploited until, ironically, another Marvel movie outside of started it, but Deadpool cemented that continual good quips equals continual good money.
You've never done...
After that...
Speaking of which, like, how have you only done Deadpool 2, but you've never done Deadpool 1? And you did that before you did the Avengers movies. That makes no sense to me.
I think is when things started to get out of control. In terms of this film, though, the movie's okay. But okay isn't what people are looking for. These films are supposed to be big
Epic.
events, and this was more an entertaining little romp with a big budget.
No, well, to be fair, again, what were they doing? They were preparing for Captain America Civil War, the real Avengers movie. Let's be fair.
Though Marvel had gotten enough goodwill that people could let a movie like this slide, especially when a much bigger installment was on its way.
Captain America.
Though maybe too big. You could take it down by half, just like that. I'm a nostalgia critic, guy. Remember? You don't have to.
Please do Captain America Civil War.
Hello, dear.
Oh. I really hope he does Captain America Civil War. I truly do. Because it is technically the Avengers movie. But How many days we got? We don't have enough days to do that, so we just got freaking Avengers Infinity War and goddamn an Endgame, so yeah, he timed us pretty perfectly, didn't he? Which is a real shame, because again, he needs to do Captain America Civil War, and he needs to do all the other movies. I don't understand. He could have just done phase 1, man. And again, it's not good decision making, because again, you have more and more money you could be making without going through all the best movies. Oh God, I don't get it. By the way, I never saw She-Hulk, and I never saw what the hell that bald guy is. That really supposed to be Scar or Young Hulk or whatever the fuck? Too far. Oh man, I don't know if I'll ever freaking watch She-Hulk unless again you guys request me to freaking watch it for the channel, but. I'm not caught up on that. I wish he would do Captain America Civil War, but no, we're going straight into Infinity War after this, unfortunately. And again, I think this movie deserves a lot more respect than it gets, but it is a good movie, and I guess it is. It's not underwhelming in any slight in any way, but yeah, I was always confused as to why Ant-Man was the final movie and not this, but yeah, what are you gonna do? I know why, because freaking Ant-Man runs into Falcon right after they make the compound, so blah, blah. But you could have written that as like, you could have written that as to what happened before, and then maybe Ant-Man kind of saves the day. But no, you wait until Captain America Civil War. Oh man, again, like it really, really sucks that he's not doing all these movies in order, but again, I guess it's okay for him to make that mistake. But anyway, let me know what you guys thought of the movie, and please smash that like button if you want to see more sexy and nerdy content, and subscribe if you think I deserve it. And remember, sign up for my Patreon for my latest reactions to my latest videos, and I'll see you on the next episode.